Welcome to the, what is this, the third?
Third.
Welcome to the third episode of The Dawg House with your hosts, J-Rod.
And J-Dawg.
Pookie.
Pookie Bear.
Pookie Bear.
Yes.
I would like to jump straight to our conversation.
You want to jump straight into that one?
Yeah. So we were having a conversation off camera, and I kind of want to reiterate some of the things because, once again, we're having a conversation. I'm like, damn, this
Shut
should
up.
Be, this should
Shut
be,
up.
Yeah, save it. 30 minutes. We'll be filming. Where did we stemmed from? People being mistaking confidence for delusion.
Yes.
Yeah. So we were talking about kind of like there's a point where confidence becomes like just like to the point where it's hindering your performance. So it's more like it's less confidence and more delusion or like cockiness to the point where you're not even like you're training less, and just how big of an issue this can kind of be. If you would like to.
Yeah. So it's an interesting topic to touch on because even some of the greatest athletes of all time are the greatest people within their profession talk about being delusional, right? They're like, you have to be so confident to the point you're delusional. Like Muhammad Ali, like, I'm the best in the world. Like, and I believe that ever since I started training, right? So it's like, well, that kind of contradicts what we're saying right now. But there's a key. There's a key that I think there's a certain way these people are thinking that they never touch on, which is you can be super, super confident and think you're the best in the world and compete against the best if behind closed doors you're only competing against yourself. If your whole success in training is based around being better than someone else, then having that level of confidence to the point of delusion affects you negatively. Yeah. Because now you compare your success to other people. So you're like, if I'm the best in the world and I compare myself to the second best guy in the world, I'm already above him. It's easy to start letting your training and effort slip. Yeah, but if you're go ahead. I'm
done. I beat this guy. Why do I need to?
Why do I need to get any better?
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, it can. Like, if you're training and you're strapping, you're going hard, and you're using that as confidence, absolutely, go ahead. Mm-hmm. But if you're not training hard and you're like your confidence is just out of like blind faith, what like where are you believing it, or where are you getting this belief in yourself from?
That's delusion.
Delusion.
That's delusion. Yeah. You're not putting the work to match the confidence.
Yeah, that can quickly become kind of just not beneficial for yourself, your career, your competitive career, with anything. Yeah, really, any sort of aspect of your life. So I just wanted to touch on that. That was I really enjoyed that conversation.
Yeah, it was good. I guess I still want to say a little something about it. As far as like you just said, if you're not training super, super hard, then like where does that confidence stem from? Yeah. It can also work in a reverse way as well, where if you're doing things you know are bad, you shouldn't be doing, then that's where doubt comes from. It's a lot easier, it's a lot easier to be confident if you put in the work. Yeah. It's also a lot easier to be doubtful or nervous or uncertain if you know you're not putting in the work. Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like it can work both ways.
Yeah. That kind of reminds me of before I won trials, I was like the whole camp really, I was going through like a really bad, like my diet was terrible. I was eating a lot of I think I'm diabetic.
Sorry I wasn't there for you.
Yeah, we weren't that close at the time, actually.
This trials.
No, before I won trials. Like
I didn't even know you. I wasn't even here.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Fuck, time flies.
Yeah, I wasn't even here.
Wow. Okay, well, before like that whole camp leading up to trials, I was like I mentioned before, I think I'm diabetic. We both think we're diabetic. Yeah. I think I'm diabetic. But I would stand up a lot and get like lightheaded, and I would have just like a lot of issues with that. And honestly, since I won those trials, I haven't had like changed my diet a lot, and I haven't had many issues with that since then. But I just felt so bad, and it was kind of affecting my training, and I just didn't feel like too confident in myself. But then when I had a specific round with PO, I had just like a good scrap, and like I was just like pulling the trigger at like just the perfect times and stuff, and I was like, and this was like the week of trials, like we're about to leave, and that like changed my mindset, which helped a lot. And I still remember that specific round. I remember the specific moment I got to his legs, and I was like, fuck, I feel good.
That's weird. That's weird how it comes good. Random, you know, like that day comes, and you're like, I'm back on it. Yeah, I'm back on it.
It was just like, honestly, just a constant, like, I felt like I was deteriorating. Like it felt terrible. Just camp was rough. Diet was fucking stupid. Yeah, not the best, but it flipped.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you that story of with Tom and Terry Brands at Iowa about the orange soda?
I feel like you might have, but let's reiterate.
Real quick, the point from what we've been saying so far is you should be competing with yourself, not other people. Yeah. That's the message. Okay. If you do that, it gives you more wiggle room to be a little bit more delusional, maybe a little more confident. Yeah. But yeah, so kind of what you're saying about it's easier to doubt if you're feeling bad or you're not getting good sleep or something like that. There's a story, it was either from Tom or Terry Brands, who are the two head coaches out in Iowa. I heard one time from a YouTube video where after practice one day, like one of their stud athletes drank orange soda after practice, like down in like the athletes lobby or whatever. And like either Tom or Terry, I'm just gonna say Tom in this story. Tom walks by, sees him drinking the soda, and just like looks over his shoulder, doesn't say anything. He just goes, and just walks away. That's all he did. And then that's it. 3 months later, this dude loses a match. And he lost the match because he was gassed. The other guy outworked him. And he comes by and he bends down and he goes, was that orange soda worth it? And then just walks away.
I like that.
And I was like, damn. I like that, yeah. Like 3 months later? Yeah. Come on now, but like it's interesting. It's interesting. You know, it's interesting. Yeah. Like, you know, maybe it did. Whether the orange soda affected him or not, it's knowing that you can find doubt somewhere in your life. You can find a hole that may cause doubt. Yeah. And if you have no holes, then it's a lot easier to be confident. Yeah. You know.
And if you continue to give yourself more holes, it just kind of makes it easier for you to like fail subconsciously. Yeah. Like. Yes. I think I saw in the documentary of Conor McGregor.
Which one? There's two now.
I think it was on Netflix. Is there two on Netflix?
Netflix now. I don't know. Was the one I just watched recently and I told you to watch? Yes. Yeah, that's a newer one. Yes.
I believe there was a clip on that of him talking about his match with post match. He was talking about his fight with Khabib, and he was talking about how just leading up to the fight, he just constantly made the wrong decisions, and it was just like. Kind of like he would always just kind of shrug it off, and he was like, "Oh, I shouldn't be drinking this," and he drunk it. "Oh, I shouldn't be eating this," and I ate it. "I shouldn't be doing this," and I did it. Yep. So, and he said at the end of it all, it just kind of like weighed up on himself, and just kind of like crumbled.
Yeah, it'll catch up to you at some point.
Yeah, eventually it will.
I have a question for you now. How do you deal with, let's say, for 2 months, you've done everything right. And this is a question that I don't even know the answer to. You've done everything right. And you still fail. And you still lose. And you see people around you with holes in their life doing better than you. What goes through your head when you see that?
I mean, yeah, this reminds me of like my match with Mika, because I had... like, given the only thing I think I could have done better on was cut weight a lot sooner, but I didn't because I was like 2 weeks before the fight, I was in Japan traveling, and we were competing there. I was eating fucking fluffy pancakes, and then the moment I got home, I switched. And I was like, all right, this 2 weeks, I'll cut the 25 pounds in 2 weeks. I ended up doing 18 pounds in one day. But from those 2 weeks on, I did everything right. I did everything. I trained once a day. I trained jiu-jitsu once a day. I had everything on my diet. I talked to a dietitian guy, the fight dietitian guy. I talked to him. He gave me advice. I ate everything I was supposed to. Yeah. Never cheated. And then after, I would train, diet properly, and then I would also come home and do like extra cardio. I would either run. We have we have an assault bike. We have a rowing machine. We have a few different things to do. And I ended up losing like really, really badly. Like that was probably one of my worst losses. Like really? I would say so.
Thought it was pretty.
It was exciting. It was fun to watch, but I didn't have many offensive movements. It was a lot of action, but it's stemming from him being offensive. Okay. So I'm not like very proud of that match, and I feel like that was one of the few matches I like definitively lost. Like I definitively lost to Couch 2 times, and like Mika definitively beat me. But aside from that, I feel like there's not many like actual losses or like
you can kind of argue like
I'm like wow, this guy's better than me. Like this guy is better than me. Yeah, like there's no argument there. But I mean, I did everything right, and there's still other people out there making more money than me.
More money.
They're more handsome.
Winning.
Yeah. They're winning. Damn it. They're winning. Yeah. I mean, it's.
Do you think there's like a specific line in the sand where like after you lost to Mika, you're like, I did everything right for 2 weeks. Should it have been 3 weeks? Should it have been 4 weeks? Should it have been a year? Yeah. Like, where's that at? You know what I mean?
It's like
even the best UFC fighters in the world have in camp and out of camp.
Yeah.
They're not locked in 24/7 all year round. Where's that line?
I feel like the line is different for everyone. Like there is no clear cut like this is what you have to do. It's very like specific for everyone. Yeah. And there's other people that like party, fuck around, don't even have a camp, and still go out there and kill. And it's like
I have a rebuttal against that.
What am I doing wrong? It's very frustrating.
Yeah. The way I perceive it, episode 2 perspective. the way I perceive it is like, you ask yourself, what am I doing wrong? Well, if you truly believe that this whole battle is you against you, then you're not doing anything wrong, right? And if the battle's against you, and that's what you believe, like next week I have to be a better jiu-jitsu grappler than J-Rod was last week, as if you're talking to yourself. If you truly believe that, then it doesn't matter if someone else is not doing what you're doing or doing worse than you and they're still winning. Right? Because the way I see it, to kind of benefit myself, to allow myself to get better and not worry about other people,
breathe
is be able to sleep at night and breathe is the word potential. Yeah. Right. And the way I like to describe potential is, okay, let's say you have me and you have someone else. I think I'm not perfect. I eat chocolate. I do things I'm not supposed to do, obviously, but I try my best to stay as close to perfect as I can. And if someone else is not doing that, they're out partying, whatever they're doing, whatever they want to do, and then they beat me or they're better than me. To me, that doesn't matter, because if we paired out and looked at both of me and this other person on a graph, his potential could be up here, but he's down here. Yeah. While my potential could also be up there, and I'm slowly approaching it. Yeah. Right. Or maybe he's better than me now, but he could be 100 times better than me.
Just hindering himself.
He's hindering himself. Yeah. And because of that, at the end of the day, like, who's really winning? You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I am getting better. You're not. At the end of the day, when you're 85 years old in your deathbed, you're going to look back and be like, did I reach my full potential?
Yeah.
And you're going to say, no, I did not.
Yeah.
To where I'm look back and say, yes.
Yeah.
I did everything I could. That's how I know I came pretty fucking damn close to my potential.
Yeah.
And just knowing that, I think I did my job.
Yeah.
You know?
I think Corey Sandhagen talks about this a lot, where he, like, his goal isn't, like, most UFC fighters, you talk to them, their goal will be to be the best, say, welterweight in the world. Like, I want that belt. Whereas Corey Sandhagen's kind of thought process is similar to mine and yours. He wants to be the best version of himself. He wants to be the best mixed martial artist.
Corey
Sandhagen.
Yeah. Corey Sandhagen.
He wants to be the best version of himself, the best MMA fighter he could possibly be. And if him becoming a UFC champion is a factor in that, then so be it. But he's not necessarily like chasing that belt. He's chasing his full potential.
Yeah, I want to be something greater than the belt. Like, I want to be the best version of myself.
Yeah.
Like, and if I'm doing that and you're not, you know, I can sleep at night knowing that I'm doing what I have to do. I think that's a bigger flex.
Yeah.
Than.
Yeah, I completely agree with that.
But another thing too is interesting thought is a lot of people's goal is to be. I want to be a champion, right? The word champion is thrown out a lot, and champion could mean anything. A champion doesn't have to technically be correlated with sports, right? I think champion can be, you could be a champ at life. You could be a champ at being a husband, father, whatever. I think champion can be used in a lot of different ways. And people think champion is the medal. Like, people think that the medal has made that guy a world champion. I would disagree. A champion, because anyone can get lucky and win a tournament. Anyone can get on steroids and beat someone they maybe wouldn't beat prior. Yeah. Anyone can pay off a ref, a judge, whatever. Like, it's not. There's ways where you can find a way to win that medal and be a champion. But to actually live the lifestyle of a champion, mentally, physically, spiritually, that's something you can't buy. You know what I mean? So my goal is to be a champion, and I don't mean medal. If I have the medal, sick. Yeah. My goal is to be a champion, as in I do everything right that a champion would do. And that means competing right. That means training right. It means eating, treating people right, treating myself right. If you do all that, you're a champion. Yeah. You are a champion. You're living the life of a champion. Yeah. Because there's no way you do all that and then you get a silver medal instead of a gold medal, and then you're like, oh, you're not a champion anymore. Yeah. I think champion is a different word besides just the gold medal. Yeah, that's
a good way to look at things. Yeah. That's very interesting.
You know where I got that thought process from?
Where?
It's gonna kind of feed into the three battles a little bit.
I was gonna say I want to hear. Yeah. I want to talk more about this.
We'll get into that, but I kind of started to develop this. I realized it when I was in Kazakhstan. JB came up to me, and the guy I was going to have from the Brazilian team, the world champion guy. There was a lot of fuss about that match leading up because obviously it'd be a good guy to beat. And JB comes up to me and he says, down in the lobby, I heard your guy complaining about his stay here. He's ready to go home. He's dreading the flight. And I was like, interesting. I didn't think much of it until later, and I realized there's so many more factors to winning than just winning. You know what I mean? There's so many more factors to being a champion than just winning. He failed the mental battle. Yeah. He started to let these adversities get into his head. I'm not home. I got to fly home. I'm not saying I've never done that before, but in this specific weekend, he started to fail this mental battle of losing the match before the match even started. Yeah. So that's when I was like, man, to be a champion, it requires so much more than just winning physically. You have to be, fuck, I'm jet lagged. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. Like, okay, like I'm not gonna sit here and complain about this. It is what it is. Yeah. So that's where I kind of came to that thought of like a champion's made up of a lot more than just his medal, because a champion has to be able to deal with those adversities. Yeah. He's got to be able to get off the plane and be like, I'm jet lagged. Who gives a shit? Yeah. Put the clock on. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're going. Or fuck, I missed breakfast. Fuck it. We're going. Yeah. a champion can think like that. And if he still loses, if he was able to maintain and win all his battles the whole time and loses, I still think he's a champion. That's a bad motherfucker.
So you mentioned the mental battle.
Yes. So yeah,
go over
the three battles.
Yeah.
So I believe in life. I learned this from competing. Obviously, I apply this to competing, which helps me a lot. But I also apply it to just my everyday life, which is everyday life. You're battling three battles, I believe, and it's the mental battle, the physical battle, and the spiritual battle. And anything you do, you're constantly battling with those three. And people put so much weight on winning the physical battle that they lose the other two battles, and it crumbles them, right? You lose mentally, you lose spiritually, you stop losing faith in your religion, you curse up to God, or you stop losing faith in yourself, you start to doubt yourself, you're losing the spiritual battle. Yeah. If you let things get to you easily, right? Like, the ref's screwing me over, or he pushed me out of bounds, you're starting to lose that mental battle, right? And then the physical battle, I think, is the one that carries the least amount of weight, right? Is I lost, right? If you physically lose the match, you have lost the physical battle. Yeah. But if you can maintain winning the mental battle and the spiritual battle, then it will always be super easy to bounce back from any physical battle you've lost. But if one of those other two start to crumble, it's going to be way harder to get back to winning those physical battles. Yeah. And I think that's what everyone should be working on.
Interesting. So we talked about you talked about the mental battle, and you previously talked about the physical battle is kind of like obvious, but could you touch more on the spiritual battle?
Yeah, so the spiritual battle, I see it more as everyone has faith in something, whether it be yourself, whether it be God, whether it be the lucky sock you wear in your match. Yeah. You have faith somewhere, whether you realize it or not. Yeah. And if you start to doubt that faith, then you're losing your spiritual battle. If you wear your lucky sock every match and you win and you win and you win, and then you lose a match and you go, this sock must not work. Yeah. You're losing your spiritual battle. You're losing your faith just because you lost. Yeah. Right? I don't think losing physically should ever alter your psyche or your spirit, ever. That should always stay the same. And if those stay strong, then you can always rebuild that physical part very easily. So that's what I mean by spiritual. Whatever you have faith in.
That's a good way to look at things. Yeah. I think I had that issue when it came to, I think I mentioned this before, but I started off never wearing red underwear. On competition day, I never wore red underwear.
I thought you were going to say brown.
This is back in high school. Now I have less specific things that I do because there's less things to wear in grappling.
I have no money. I can't buy anything else.
But I never wore red underwear, so I would wear just any underwear aside from red. And then I think I lost a match in black underwear or something, and I was like, I have to wear the neon underwear. Yeah. And from then on out, I only wear neon underwear. I still have
that's your faith.
There's blood
You're putting faith in that underwear.
Yeah. There's blood all over that underwear, dried blood, stains. It's been through a lot. Yeah. It's been through a lot of battles.
That's a good example, because when I say faith, everyone's going to be like, well, I'm not religious. Yeah. I don't believe in God. It doesn't have to be God. It doesn't have to be. Trust me, you have faith in somewhere. And at the bare minimum, you have faith in yourself. Yeah.
Yeah, so. That's good. So the three battles.
Yeah.
You were talking to me about how you are reading the Bible now.
Oh yes.
So maybe go over how you grew up religious.
Oh yeah. The religion. For me personally, I like to put my faith into God. Yeah. I believe in God. I like to put my faith in there. Why? I could get into depth on that, I guess, but I'm not going to go too deep into it on why. I prefer to put my faith in God rather than a lucky sock. Yeah. But as far as reading the Bible, I don't like being a hypocrite, right? And so sometimes I can feel like a hypocrite when I tell someone, you should put your faith in, or you should believe in God, right? Which I never tell anyone, because I'm not the type of guy to tell people how to live their lives. Yeah. But if I'm going to speak about my spiritual side of me, then I want to at least be able to say like I've read the Bible. You know what I mean? I did go to a religious school where I did study theology for 4 years. So I did study theology, which is the study of God and the religion of Christianity for 4 years in high school. So I do know a lot about it. But I'm like, how could I say I've done all that and not even read the Bible? You know what I mean? So, but I think the reason why I've wanted to read the Bible is the wrong reason. And I changed that reason why I'd want to read the Bible, which now has made it easier for me to read it, which is before I'd wanted to read the Bible for it to like change my life somehow. Yeah. Right? Like, man, if I read it, it might make my life so much better. I might find a cool quote I can put in my freaking Instagram caption, which were all the wrong reasons to read it. And so because of that, I never wanted to start reading the Bible in case it didn't fulfill those expectations that I thought it would. You know what I'm saying? So it kept me away from reading it. And then I realized that should not be the reason why I read the Bible. The reason would be that it's my due diligence to read the Bible. If I say I'm a Christian, then I'm going to do what I'm supposed to do as a Christian, which is read the Bible. And so it became more of like a discipline thing. Yeah. Like it's what I must do. Like we were talking about baseline before, right? It's like I'm going to practice. Whether I get anything out of practice or not today, I'm disciplined. I'm going to practice. Yeah. And I was like, that's how I need to start seeing the Bible. It's like, this is what I believe. This is what my faith is in. It's my job as a God-fearing man to read the Bible. So I started reading 5 pages a day. Only 5, but I gave myself a realistic
You got to start
goal.
somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of goals.
Oh, yes. Tell me.
Before we talk about this, I didn't grow up like religious or anything. Every day every dinner, we would always pray. I have no clue who we were praying to, but we would just pray. Just like, we're thankful for the food. We're thankful
praying to your lucky underwear.
Praying to the lucky underwear. Thankful for the food on our table. Thankful for everyone being safe, getting here safely, whatnot. But never went to church or anything. And I recently, like, there's a lot of quotes on Instagram that I see, and I'm like, wow, I agree with this. And I would send it to Josh, and Josh is like, oh, dude, that's a quote from the Bible. I'm like, what? That's like, that doesn't make sense to me. And this happened so many times, and we ended up talking about this some other time, how you don't necessarily, maybe belief isn't the word, but if you agree with a lot of the things that are being said in the Bible, it's like, why not take like some pieces from there? So I think I would like to read a little bit, not for like, I don't know, maybe not for like
religious purposes, but just to learn.
Yeah, just to learn.
That's, I mean, I'm a Christian, but I would never not want to read or learn or read a book or learn something from another religion, because I never know, I could learn something that may benefit me in my own faith. Yeah. So like, you don't technically have to read a certain book for the purpose people put on that book of why you should read it. It could be for your own personal use, you know?
Interesting. But on the goal,
I was gonna say, I was like, is that the goal?
On the goal. So I've been thinking about this a lot. I've had a business going for, I guess, over a year now. I've had JitzBitz. Nice. We mentioned this before. I gave Josh a cute little purple belt on his Croc.
Very cute.
Little Croc charm. You click right into the hole. So I make, ever since I won trial, I was like, damn, I have followers now. I had this thought for a very long time, but I never pursued it because I thought it would be hard to market. So I ended up making little Croc charms that you plug into the Crocs, like with like kind of iconic photos from jiu-jitsu, logos, gyms.
It's a great idea.
Companies. I have like a Level Black charm. I have a B-Team charm. I have belts. I have a photo of me. Like,
you name it, he's got it.
Rear naked, like choking someone, the standard rear naked choke.
Yeah,
a bunch of stuff. But I really kind of like stopped pushing. I stopped advertising it for probably over half a year. It's been quite a few months since I last advertised. I advertised last week, and I made some money, and I was like, damn, I should really like put more time into this. And my parents have also been like pushing me. They're like, hey, it's like relatively easy money. Why not do it? But I'm setting a goal. So I keep talking about this Ford Mustang that I want to get. Stupid purchase. Everyone tells me I'm stupid. Nicky Ryan yells at me. He say, "Oh, why would you ever do this?" My parents say, "You should get a house first."
Yeah.
So I'm gonna set a goal for 2024. I'm not one to set like New Year's resolutions. This is my first time ever setting a goal. The only reason why I'm doing this is because I think it's good to put time limits on certain goals that you have. I'm expecting this out of myself by this time. I did this with, I essentially did this with me winning trials or becoming successful in jiu-jitsu. I give myself a year in jiu-jitsu. I said, I'm graduating high school. I'm going to take the next year and dedicate my entire life next year to becoming good at grappling.
Yeah.
And I ended up winning trials a year and a half after that. So putting a time limit really forced me and gave me like incentive to be snappy with this. And I think
it's a good idea.
Yeah,
It's a good way to think.
I hope this works out. But it is also kind of an unrealistic goal. So
Perfect.
For good reason, right? Because buying a Ford Mustang is not realistic as a 21-year-old. Any normal person would be saving up for a house. But I like making poor decisions. So I've set the goal of selling, as of January 1st, 2024, my goal is to sell 2,000 JitzBitz total by the end of the next year, by the end of 2024. So I have 1 year to sell 2,000 JitzBitz, which is, I think, over 160, essentially 170 JitzBitz a month. It's a lot of gibbets. It's a lot. If I'm capable of doing this, I will buy a Ford Mustang, a 1965 Ford Mustang.
And we will film that.
We will film
that will be on YouTube.
Actually, I was thinking, I was like, I can try to market this as well on my Instagram to kind of advertise, but also like help the fans kind of see the process of this is like what the process is like.
Bro,
like advertise each milestone. Like, okay, guys, we hit 500 gibbets sold. I'm going to, I'm packing for the day, taking these over to get them shipped. Just little stuff like that. But each milestone, I think, to help keep the fans kind of included and see if we're actually like close to achieving that goal would be cool. And I don't think 2,000 gibbets is realistic.
I think it is.
You think 2,000? I don't know.
I put it this way. I think what you just said is a perfect idea.
You think so?
Yes. I think you kind of vlogging the process of like behind the scenes of the business would be sick to watch.
Yeah.
And 170 JitzBitz a month is, as of right now, is not realistic.
Yeah.
But 2,000 a year is. And I'll tell you why. Because I feel like it's going to go like this. It's going to go like 50 a month, 80 a month, 100. Yeah. And then by the last half of the year, it's going to be like 250, 300 a month.
Yeah.
Make up for the beginning of the year.
Yeah.
So I don't think 2,000 is unrealistic.
We'll see.
We
will see. I like a challenge.
Yeah.
So
that definitely would make you have to put in a lot of work.
Yeah,
for
sure.
For sure.
A lot of work I was not putting in before. I was lacking a lot with advertising and stuff. But this year, it kind of sets a goal. And even if I can get super close to 2,000. If I hit 19,099, I will not buy a Ford Mustang. I've told myself this.
Nice.
I have to hit that 2,000 mark. And if I don't hit that mark, then I'll just continue saving the money for it's still benefiting me somehow. I'll just continue saving the money for a house or whatever stupid purchase I plan on having.
Please help my Bookie Bear.
Yeah, please help me. You can buy JitzBitz by clicking the link in my bio on Instagram, or check out JitzBitz Original on Instagram. Click the link in their bio. Yeah.
Have you ever thought of, at some point, making JitzBitz for different shoes? For example, like my Birkenstock here. Instead of like something that like pushes into, I mean, technically, I guess it could push into this hole right here, but maybe like a clip. Can I clip onto this? Like, you ever considered doing like any other shoe? You see with Crocs for now.
I might just stay with Crocs for now. The problem with Crocs is that I still have this issue. It's that it's a niche within a niche. So you have to like jiu-jitsu and you have to like Crocs. If you don't like both those things, you're not gonna buy it. You know. So it's like that's the problem with marketing, and with the pins like that, it's cool, but it's hard to find like good manufacturer. Like I took a lot of time to find a good manufacturer for JitzBitz, so the stuff is pretty good quality. You said you were pulling one gibbet out, and then I like showed you how to do it.
Yeah, I was like, he's not lying as far as like good quality, because I went to go pull it out of the thing. I was like, bro, you can't get this thing out, and it's like a certain specific way you have to do it. So like,
put your finger under
inside and pop. So I'm like, this thing is not coming out. Like, it's in there. It was really good.
Yeah, good stuff. I also I need to think of some like designs and stuff for like more designs to help market. Every time I would do like a new drop, like a new design, it would sell really well, and then would like slow down. I would just stop. I was like,
I mean, you got a Doghouse one you can make now.
I do have a Doghouse. Oh,
Brady, Simple man. Brady's Brady. He just made those little rubber patches. Of the Doghouse to put like on the collar.
Yeah.
That's made me think of like, this could be like a JitzBitz.
Interesting. I can't wait to see the collar.
Yeah.
I guess we could mention.
Let's just
actually, you're a friend.
Yeah. It's one of our sponsors for this podcast. We're gonna put more stuff in about it, but one of my buddies, long time buddy of mine, I wrestled with back in high school. He started his own company, and it happened to be a company to do with like dog collars with dogs. And this was like not even like, this all happened on accident, when I was like, man, Brady just started a company, dog collars. We're starting a podcast that's called the Doghouse Podcast. Yeah. Like, bro, like this is perfect.
Yeah, this is meant to be.
So he started a company called Petwear, and he's out in Florida, and I guess we'll put more in about it, like an actual good video about it. But it's a Petwear company, and that's petwearcompany.com. You can go follow them on Instagram and go to their website as well. Their Instagram's just Petwear Co. PETWEARCO. Go follow them on Instagram. We'll put a better video in for that. But I thought it was just cool. He's making us customizable, because the whole company is you can customize dog collars, like color, font, size, any way you want it for your dog. And so he made one for our podcast. It's going to say the Doghouse Podcast on it, and our logo of the dog pissing. Yeah. He's made a patch to put on the collar.
Sick.
And we're going to have it in here. Sick. So they can. He's really, the whole company's really good at like customizing it the way you want it. Yeah. Because he sent me a picture of it, and I was like, it's freaking sick. Yeah. Like,
I can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah. So they're on the way.
Hell yeah. Yeah, so that's good. I guess we could also mention our other sponsors. So we have Juce Organics. I have not tried any of their supplements yet, but Josh has.
I have. I specifically, this is the one. Yeah, this one specifically, the Juice SG7 Sport Greens. I've tried this one specifically. I literally just had some before I came here. Mm-hmm. It was, when I opened it, and I looked at it, and I smelt it, and just like the green of the substance is like literally the green of this outside.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I looked at it, and I was like,
this isn't gonna be good.
This isn't gonna be too good. It looks pretty green, blah blah. So I got it. I mixed it in with the water. I drank it, and I was like, wow, this is not what I expected it to taste like. It's not a dessert. It's not a milkshake. It doesn't taste like dessert, but anything that's healthy for you typically does not taste good whatsoever.
Yeah.
So I was really surprised when I drank this. And I was like, I could drink this while I eat something, which is never the case. Yes, that's never the case with anything I mix as far as like protein, supplements. So when I drank it, or this one specifically, the mixed berry flavor, I was like, wow, I could drink this with my meal. That's when I knew. I was like, wow, the flavor's not bad.
Yeah.
So.
And you had it with water, you said, right?
Yeah, just water. But
interesting.
They have all sorts of stuff though. Like that's the sports greens, but they have your daily superfoods that you need. They say like the greens and the reds are like kind of how they label certain superfoods and stuff. And
yeah, so shout out to Juce Organics for supporting the podcast, and then we also have Caulibuds as well. I'll be sure to put in we'll be sure to put in a ad for them. As mentioned before, they sponsored me. They ended up buying me wheels for my car.
That was sick.
That was very, very funny. So I ended up putting out a post. I think I put out a post of me posting pictures of the Ranger. And at the time, I wanted to buy wheels for my other car, my Scion FRS. And I was like, and the caption was like, someone, or even a comment was like, someone help me sell the Ranger so I can buy wheels for my car. And then the owner messaged me. He was like, hey, we'll buy you wheels if you advertise for us. So we got together, we made some ads, did a photo shoot and whatnot. But they've got some good products. Yeah, thank you to them for supporting us as well. We'll be sure to have some of their I actually just messaged the guy. We'll have some props in here sooner than later. But yeah, that's all for the sponsors, I believe. Check out Petwear Code today for a personalized touch that your furry friend will love. Trust me, you won't want to miss out on this. Happy tails, everyone.
Are you trying to live a healthier and better life? Well, shout out to our sponsors, Juce Organics. Juce Organics are grown organically and ensures their produce is GMO free, free of pesticides, and free of chemicals. So if you're trying to live a better life, buy Juce Organics. Live a better life and live a better future.
You can get their daily greens, daily reds, daily hydrate superfoods, and everything else that they sell by clicking the link in our description. Thank you guys for supporting us, and make sure you guys support the businesses that support the Dawg House.
I really wish I would have had these magnets, but my ears were messed up. Shall we dig into the snack?
Let's get to the snack.
Snack time.
Let's get into this.
All right, so this is, have you had this before?
Nope.
Okay, so
It's a purple bag. I've not had it before.
I think I mentioned this to you while we were playing video games one night. This is some good stuff. So this is kind of like sweet and salty popcorn.
I love popcorn.
It's good popcorn. Hey, you want to open it? That's all you. It's not like crazy, like overpowering flavor, but it's good. It's nice, subtle. You know when you get a sweet popcorn, and you know when you get a salty popcorn. It's some good stuff. Yeah, I don't even know what it's called.
I had to open it like a weird way.
Oh wow,
it was pretty hard to open.
I thought it was just me. Is it Boom Chicka Pop? Like a little ASMR action.
Yeah, ASMR really. Dude, this is good. I like it.
What was that one? Sweeter or salty? Because each
sweet.
one is like different. Like the ones that have like a glaze. He's all like coughing and shit.
That's salty.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep these.
Yeah, they're good. They're good. Yeah.
Sorry, guys, if you hear the crunch of the popcorn, I'm not sorry.
Yeah, good stuff. I've got a whole list. I'll start checking them. Oh, movie.
Oh, the movie.
Yeah. Do we have a paper here? Let me see if we can grab this paper.
Oh yeah, look at that. Do we have a pen?
Yes.
Wow, yes.
The simple men. They left it here for us. Okay, so we decided to make a so we always talk about the snacks, and Josh always talks about his movies during this time. But I wanted to make a list so I can like actually like one day I want to watch some movies. I'll be like, oh, Josh's movie list.
Yes.
So he's gonna write down whatever movies from here on out.
Gather around.
Yes.
Gather around. It's movie time.
Yes.
I guess I'll start off with the movie I watched 2 nights ago for the first time. So this is me recommending a movie. It was called The Book of Eli.
Oh.
Have you seen it?
No.
You haven't seen it?
No, I've heard of this though.
Yeah, The Book of Eli.
This is okay. Can continue.
Mm-hmm. It's Denzel Washington. Mm-hmm. You know who that is, right? Got the Equalizer and stuff.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's the end.
That's it. That's all the movie's about.
On to the next section.
That's all you need to know. Denzel Washington. That's all you need to know. It's about a guy who it's like post-apocalyptic event, a world. Something to do with the sun is like super, super bright, and like everything's bright and hot. Food scarce, water scarce, blah, blah, blah. And then there's this guy, Denzel Washington. He is traveling across the whole country to deliver a book.
How old is this movie?
I think like 2010.
Oh, okay. I may have seen this in theaters. I don't remember.
Damn it.
I don't remember.
How do you not remember that movie?
I was young.
Yeah.
I don't remember what I ate for dinner last night.
You might have seen it. Okay, if you might have seen it.
You got another one.
Well, I was just going to spoil the movie, but I won't spoil it in case y'all want to watch it. But it's really, really good movie. It gets a little religious-y in there, but in a good way. I loved it. I loved the movie.
Yeah.
So Book of Eli was the one I think you should watch. Mm-hmm. But I write this down. Yeah, write down Book of Eli.
I think I saw a clip of a movie recently, and I think I sent it to you. It was like, I think it's called Into the Wild.
Yes.
You know this movie?
Haven't seen it yet.
Haven't seen it yet.
But I know it.
Yeah, I wanna watch it. This is Facebook Marketplace. I hope it's a Ford Mustang.
Hold on, guys. I'll be back.
Got the cameras. But yeah, Into the Wild. I don't know why I thought of that, but I want to watch that one.
If Into the Wild tickles your fancy, if when you saw that you're like, man, that looks like a movie I'd like. Boy, do I have a movie for you. You need to watch. I haven't watched it yet. This is like probably honestly the movie I'm gonna watch next. Turn the cameras off. We're watching it right now. Actually, let's go. I think it's called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I think is what it's called.
I don't know. I don't think I know that.
I haven't seen it, but based off the trailer, dude, that movie seems like it has a strong message, very strong message, and one that fits right up my alley. And it's kind of like the same vibe as Into the Wild, where it's just like
The Secret of what?
I think it's called The Secret Life of Walter Mitty. I'm not even gonna look it up. I know I'm right. I'm pretty sure that's it.
Oh, I read it down.
But basically, it's like a short summary of what the trailer kind of was. It looks like this guy who lives this 9-to-5 job, and he's just like he likes this girl at his job, and he's envisioning all these versions of himself that she would like. That's not him. And all the versions are of himself, but he's traveled the world, and he's super experienced with what the rest of the world is like. And he decides one day, this is all just from the trailer, so I don't think I'm spoiling anything, but he's like suit and tie desk worker, right? And one day, he reads about this guy named Walter Mitty who sees a picture of him, and he's like believed in exploring the world, and like while you're young, going out and like living your life and seeing different things and being uncomfortable. And in the picture, he kind of looks at the guy and like waves him on like this, like the picture comes to life in his head and like waves him. He's like, huh. And it looks like in the trailer one day he's just walking and he sees a helicopter leaving and he decides to jump on it.
Wow.
He jumps on it and doesn't know where it's going.
Interesting.
And that starts the whole movie.
Interesting.
Really, really, really good, dude. And then it shows like little scenes of him like playing soccer with kids in Africa and then like some different mountains from different country. Like it looks like a movie kind of like Into the Wild where once he starts to travel the world, it looks like he starts to enjoy the little things.
Yeah. That's
what it's a good movie.
Yeah. What's the movie with who's the guy from Transformers?
Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah. And he did a movie with there's a famous scene of him walking through like a river with a rope around.
Peanut Butter Falcon.
That's
the movie.
You watched it?
Yep.
Of course you did. I haven't
Great
watched
movie.
it. Yeah.
Great movie.
I'll write that down as well.
Peanut Butter Falcon. He's going with the river with the kid with Down syndrome, right? Yep.
Am I going
to
die?
Am I going to die? Yes. Great movie. Have you seen it, Jim? No. Great movie. God, I kind of forgot about that one. You just brought it up. Good movie. Put down there to Fight Club.
Ah, yes.
You really don't like that movie.
So what were the two previous movies we mentioned?
Shawshank Redemption, Count of Monte Cristo. And you don't even ask me how to spell all that stuff. Dead Poet Society as well. That was the one we talked about in the last episode. Yep.
That's a good list off of one episode, one sitting.
That's quite a few movies already.
Don't look at it. The spelling's rough.
Yeah. I look at it and think it's right. That's how bad my spelling is too. Looks good to me.
Oh shit. What did we?
We trained with the Sheik today.
Oh yes. So he came in. He came into B team.
He's in town.
I think he came in to really learn from Craig, but Craig had to leave for something.
Really?
I think.
Yeah.
Like given like all of us as
he didn't talk to me today. He's like, Craig's very busy.
Yes.
And I was like, yes, he is. Very busy man.
Yeah. Yeah. That sucks, man.
He said he asked Craig. He goes, I asked Craig, how does he travel as much as he does while maintaining a high level of jiu-jitsu? Like, how are you able to do that? And he said that Craig just told him, I just do it. Dude, I just do it.
Craig is different. I think Craig is the only person that can do that.
Yeah.
It's like, I feel so bad if I like miss a meal or like if I don't drink enough water. Or if I
don't drink enough water.
If I play too many video games, I have a headache.
Damn it.
This guy's just out traveling and just like comes back and murders me. It's so frustrating.
He has some sort of secret training he does while he's gone that no one knows about.
He came back and he killed me something like probably 10 times in a round, and he was like, "Oh mate, I've only trained 3 times while I was gone." This guy was gone a month. He was gone for like 3 weeks. Oh my God, man. He is something else.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I kind of wanted to get it. What time were you at? Because I kind of wanted to get into.
We're at. We have some time.
Okay.
I think we have like 20 minutes. 20 minutes in. Oh, yeah, 52.
50. Okay. Because I wanted to get into. I like went on this rant yesterday. Whenever I go on rants at my apartment, my poor girlfriend has to sit there and listen. So, I went on a rant yesterday about the sun.
This is okay.
Yes, and it all stemmed from that. It all stemmed from it went from the fact I saw on Instagram to like we're controlled by the government. Like it went from there to there like this. Like, and I'm right. But I saw this video that was like how to raise your testosterone, which I'm always trying to do.
Naturally.
I'm not on steroids. So I was like, let me watch this. And it first talked about why your testosterone would be low in the first place. And I was like, I don't think it's a problem I have, but let me hear what he's saying. And so he was like, when your testosterone's low, it means your I'm probably not saying this right. I might maybe getting the words mixed up, our letters mixed up, but your DHA levels are low, which then brings up the question, why are my DHA levels low? And it was like, it's lack of vitamin D3. So I looked up what's vitamin D3. Is it different from vitamin D? Because all my vitamins say vitamin D, but I don't see D3. And so I looked up, there's a difference. And it seems to be vitamin D3 is different from vitamin D, and that you can only realistically get it from sunlight, from the sun. And I was like, interesting. So the only like natural, really natural, effective way, not only, but one of the effective ways to increase testosterone may stem from the sun.
Yeah.
And I was like, I believe that, because if you think about it, everything, I'm going to get a little religiously here, but in the Bible it says we're made from the mud of the earth, is what the Bible says. And I'm like, so we're made from earth. Every plant that grows out of the ground, there's thousands of different plants. They all need the sun. And the sun allows them to grow.
Yeah.
I was like, so it makes sense that we need the sun.
Why would we not need the sun?
And even the science behind it is saying that, like, yeah, it increases testosterone, blah, blah, blah. And then I started going around. I was like, interesting. So the sun increases a man's testosterone.
But they give us sunscreen.
Men with high testosterone obviously could be a threat to any sort of, power or whatever. And so yes. I was like, and they give us sunscreen to block the sun. They give us glasses to block the sun. I was like, something's going on here.
They're lying to us.
And I was like, yeah, like they tell you to put sunscreen on, which like deflects the UV rays, which is where you get the vitamin D3 from. And then there's other studies that are saying that you only really get sunburn because of the seed oils that they cook our food in, which is really bad for you. So like they use seed oils to put on food so it heats up faster and cooks. Like, come on, guys. And you're eating that seed oil, and then you're perspiring, you're sweating, and it's coming out of your pores. You're cooking yourself with seed oil. So you're getting freaking sunburn. Like, so they tell you to put sunscreen on. You're not getting vitamin D3.
You're frying yourself.
You're cooking yourself. And sunglasses. The fucking sun is not even in your eyes unless you look at it. Like, you don't even need, like, the whole point of sunglasses is so the sun's not in your eyes.
Yeah.
The sun does not blind you unless you look at it.
Yeah.
The only time of day it makes sense to wear sunglasses is at sunset.
Yeah.
Because when you're driving, the horizon's right in front of your freaking car, and so is the sun.
Yeah.
Makes sense. But any other time, it does not make sense.
Yeah.
Because... yeah, there's no sun in your eyes, exactly, and you need the UV rays. Like Andrew Huberman was talking about it, like the UV rays that your eyes absorb is like really good for you and boost energy, boost testosterone, it kickstarts everything. And then they tell us to wear sunglasses.
Interesting.
And I wear sunglasses outside and inside. So. Anyways, I went on that whole rant, dude. I was like, this is crazy. I'm gonna go sit out in the sun, and not eating seed oil. But anyways, that was a conspiracy theory I kind of went into. I was like, this is interesting.
Fried chicken.
Sunscreen's not real. Sunglasses are not real.
Interesting.
That's what I have to say today.
It's very interesting. How did that start? You're just like, anyways, I got to tell you guys something about the sun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Fucking hell. I should have brought my book in here for more. You got to bring your book in as well to have some. Did you write a bunch of things down for? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a good page on. I'm not gonna talk about it this episode. Maybe next episode. But like Stoicism. I have a decent amount of stuff on that in the page as far as like Marcus Aurelius talking about how to control your mind and stuff. I have a good bit of. I'd like to talk about that at some point. That's good stuff to learn.
That'll be good. We should talk about. Maybe on that episode we should also talk about I think it was a Stoicism like quote that I sent to you, and then or you might have sent it to me. I read it and then I was like, oh, Nikki Rod is really good at this.
Oh yeah, that was recently.
Yeah, I think it was like yesterday or something. Yeah. But in other news, Nikki Ryan disappeared from the gym for 24 hours. And what could he possibly have been doing? So he tells us he has staph on his ear. He tells us he has staph on his ear. And it turns out the day before he gets this mystery staph, me and Josh invite him to play this new game. And he ends up disappearing from then on out. That night, didn't hear him for 24 hours. Only thing he told me was, get on and send me photos of how good he's doing in the game. I'm like, dude,
pretty good.
He's doing really good, yeah. I'm jealous.
He's doing good. I wish that was me.
He gets so good, I don't want to play anymore. Yeah, but Nicky Ryan's professional at everything he does.
That dude needs to stream on Twitch.
Yeah.
Now.
Yeah.
Why is he not doing that?
The same reason he's not doing a lot of the other things that he could be making money off of.
True.
He just doesn't.
Content with just playing the game. Yeah.
Content. Yeah. Shit, if that were me. Honestly, I get a lot of people messaging me saying, asking for Minecraft updates, asking me for
really?
To play with me.
Yeah.
To play with us.
Yeah.
Or to watch us, saying we should stream and stuff.
Dude, I think that we should do an episode or a video of us playing video games streamed.
Yeah, I think Minecraft would be a good one because Minecraft has a lot of like Call of Duty is just on the go. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to be interactive with the viewers. Mm-hmm. But if more downtime in Minecraft.
Unless we're in the Nether. There's no downtime in the Nether.
I mean, downtime for me, you have a lot of trouble traversing
once
that area.
I enter the freaking Nether, dude.
You just panic. You're drowning.
Yes. I was Mom, help me. Dude, I do have a hard time in the Nether. I don't know what it is, man, but I just don't. We don't correlate well.
I'm usually pretty fine.
Dude, honestly, you are the expert in the Nether, dude. It's weird. It's weird.
It's my home.
It must be.
It's
you traverse that thing like you're just floating.
I don't know why it's so hard for you to jump over.
Here's my excuse, guys. You ready? I'm bringing in dogs. This is the excuse. When Jay's always leading the way in the Nether because he spends a lot of time in the Nether. So he's like, I found some sick place, whatever. So I'm like, all right, I'm following you. Well, when he follows, he aggroes all the mobs. So they close in behind him, which put them all right in front of me. So he just has his clear path, just juice going through the Nether, and then all these mobs are trying to close in on him, which then put him right in front of me. Yeah. So I'm back here just fucking battling, dude, just fucking piglet, get out of my face, and I'm ducking and rolling. And he's just like, "Are you still behind me?" I'm like, "Yeah, fucking." And then 3 seconds later, I'm like, "Can you stop?" That's my excuse.
I need to eat.
That is
hilarious. All right, so to give an update on us looking for the castle.
Oh, yeah.
I spent so much time, and I really didn't want to do this out of morals.
Don't tell him.
I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to.
Don't tell him. Cut the clip. Cut it next episode.
Next episode on the doghouse.
Probably shouldn't do that, but tell him.
So I ended up... God, I was even alone. I didn't have this guy tempting me to do anything. Mm-hmm. I was alone. I've easily spent over 12 hours in the Nether.
Damn.
I've easily spent over 12 hours solely looking for this red castle. Hopeless. Haven't found anything. I got to the point last night. I was alone, and I was like, I have to turn on creative. I have to fly around, and I have to find this castle.
He turned on creative.
I'm broken after this.
Shame.
I turned on.
Y'all would do it too. We've literally gone everywhere, and not a red castle inside, which we need to beat the Ender Dragon.
Yeah, we've created multiple portals, in and out of
different biomes.
The Nether, different biomes. We have 3 different portals in our houses.
We made 4 all next to each other, and they all put us in the same place.
but then we have 3 different houses in the normal world. I have a portal in every single one of them. I created a portal at the 3rd house without you. Yeah, dude, I've been doing a lot of work. and completely hopeless. So I turn on creative. So I start flying around, and I flew around for probably about 45 minutes in the lava, in the areas I should be looking for the red castle. Nothing. So if I'm not finding the castle now, I'm gonna need a second pair of eyes.
Yes.
Whenever we get the time. But man, it is crazy to think like I found so many normal castles that I've looted and stuff. Nothing. So once we look, I'm only using creative to fly around and locate the red castle. The moment we find the red castle, I'm switching it back to survival.
Boom.
Where I refuse to steal anything or transport anything from creative into survival.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely refuse that. I have to go to survival, and then we'll reset. We'll gear up to go to fucking that red castle, and we'll take everything, bring her back home.
You say you refuse to do that, but you've lowered your baseline.
Cut the cameras. We're done. God damn it! I didn't want to go there.
No, dude, I didn't want to say it, but I was thinking the same thing. I was like, we're gonna have to fly around. Like, there's nothing down here.
Yeah.
And to our defense, I looked up on Reddit, and like everyone is saying, literally everyone, like hundreds of comments being like, ever since a certain update, it's like impossible to find a red castle, and like they're doing the same thing. So if you have any tips on how to find a red castle in Minecraft and Nether, please put in the comments. We will try them out.
Please. If you tell me to place down the fucking the yellow, the sunflower, and it'll be facing the northern star. I don't want to hear it.
That was one of the videos.
I know.
Put down a sunflower. No.
What's this guy talking about?
We're not doing that. Put down a sunflower. Red castle literally right there. We're like,
imagine.
Interesting.
Interesting.
Maybe we should have listened to the guy
from the start before spending 12 hours in hell.
We instantly like see a video with like 600,000 views on it, like like million likes of like the sunflower. I'm just like, that does not work. Yeah. We're not trying that.
It's fake. It's
like
fake.
Days later, we try it, works instantly. It's like, interesting.
The government, they're lying to us.
Interesting.
Yeah, we'll try some of that stuff out. But yeah, drop a comment about input for Minecraft, helping us find that red castle.
Please.
I guess that's all for today.
Yeah.
Smooth little podcast. So make sure you guys like and subscribe to the Doghouse YouTube channel, as well as our Instagram. Make sure you guys follow J-Dawg on Instagram. Give me a follow as well. What else? Support the companies that support your favorite grapplers. Obviously, we would not be capable of creating this podcast if it weren't for Juce Organics, Caulibuds,
Petwear Co.
So thank you to all our sponsors. Make sure you guys buy. Don't buy it. Well, I guess the episode will be out by January. Make sure you guys buy JitzBitz on the Instagram. Click the link in the bio.
Why not?
Get your Pookie some JitzBitz. Support me getting that Mustang, making poor decisions. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you. Peace.